ride the music in, but now silence falls across the server. It's going to be Cole with that T-side stop and a fast B play to accelerate the pace moving into this third map. Smoke down at short, but Perfecto, before it blooms, does take Config out of the round. And now B is free for Cole. They got to get this bomb down and try and navigate a 4-on-5. They do not want to give anything else away. Na'Vi, they set up to play retake. Perfecto getting that man advantage has made it even easier.
Rush is waiting for Simple here. Flamey's flashing through market, but Rush has seen the barrel and he's got the headshot. This is good for Cole now. USP in the apartments to fight back. Flame with the P2 trying to take engagements, but 2 out of the catwalk. JKS takes control of the market, commanding as Boomich runs right away to join his team with the kit. Didn't want to get it lost in no man's land. Blame is getting hounded down by Boomich, who hits the shot and needs to get on that bomb right now, but there's so much cover. JKS can't hit them, and that's a great escape for Boomich. It all comes down to the fact that he doesn't let JKS chase him down. Might find one in the market, but Boomich runs away, and Electronic covers with 3 kills on that retake. Already a great start for Electronic, who showed a bit of struggle back on Overpass as well.
I can't shake him. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I'm broken.
Stand on your head, Trace.
Oh, okay.
I'll stand on your head, man. Don't worry, that'll cure it.
Interesting, guys. Thank you so much. So grateful. And this, you ask, Electronic, how can you lose this? Well, he does. He loses out to Blame FSK. Mid is compromised. Complexity taking a page out of Navi's book from Overpass and slowing it on down.
Yeah, man, keeping it real slow, right? And you understand why. They've taken this early advantage, and in a force buy round at that, you know, now retrieving an M4 down in the bottom of mid, they've got a hell of a lot of stake in this one, and so they want to try and get the most out of it. They set up in towards this A site. That is where Na'Vi currently have 3 leaning toward, one of those being Boomich and Palace. Could get spotted on the push by Rush, and he does. JKS barely even needed there as Rush deals with him. Blame F gonna follow up onto Flamey, and piece by piece, this A site has fallen apart. Rush, another. There is just no stopping this man. Config coming in with the finale and Complexity. They put their first on the board with a force buy in the second. Trace, the best advice I ever received to stop hiccups is to try to hiccup, like purposefully, but on command.
No, man.
Try and hiccup as hard as you can. And then once you start trying to hiccup, you can no longer hiccup.
So once you harness the force of the hiccup.
Seriously, man, if you try and force one out, but
I think like holding your breath might work. I'm gonna try that one.
I mean, I'm trying to give you the best remedy. It requires no, like...
Well, you guys also said stand on my head. Which requires...
Well, yeah, but you know, mine doesn't require any kind of physicality. It's just a mind game, really.
You want me to stand on my head, Harry? Is that what you want?
If you could, that'd be cool, but like, it's not needed. Oh, he's trying it. All right.
Well, we'll see what happens. You know, I don't know if I'm going to try it, so to say.
Is that a full inversion, Trace? Have you really just done it that quickly?
I want to do a back handspring right here in front of the desk. Ready?
Yep. What? Did you just see
The
that?
cameras catch that?
Did somebody just record that?
I did it with the headset on, too.
Upside down and now inside out.
What?
Well, one thing looking inside out around here would be that of Navi CT with these pistols. Because they do have some pretty good ground gained.
On B.
Yeah. I mean, like, they hold the ground to beat. And Perfecto holds the Palace. Look at that.
No.
The pump down drop.
No.
He's going to be able to recover a weapon. And now this one turns into a nightmare scenario for Complexity.
Oh, they rushed the molly. Config is a madman, and he's actually done it. He's got the bomb. 6 health. Do Cole really want to go into A? They know Na'Vi will be stacked at this point, but what else have they got in the round? They can't just turn back. Time is too limited. They're going to commit. Na'Vi have numbers here. Boomich is going to flash Electronic from under the palace into the ramp fight. Once he has the spot there, he sees one flash coming, and Electronic just patiently waiting. Rush will check it, but he won't commit to the check. Electronic blindly gets the kill and swings with the rifle. It's blaming Config, who was tagged by the molly earlier on, and now he's all that stands, but not for long. Na'Vi, they win the round, all thanks to Perfecto.
And on a B stack as well, they're able to traverse back over to A and just hold control of it. Config going for a hero play through a Molotov to regain the bomb, but you're right, Perfecto. Making complexity look defecto.
It's a shame that Rush checks underneath the palace, but like mentally had already decided it was clear. You know, it happens so much where you have to double take, and in that time of going back, that's when he gets cancelled out. Hero AK on Blame F, and that's the extent of it here for Cole. Looking to get into this A site quickly, but Na'Vi, they've got 3 bodies here again. There's no smokes for Stairs or Con, and as a result, this is likely going to be a bit of a mow down here for Na'Vi.
There's Simple. Spraying and praying. He does exactly what he has to. Electronic comes through and cleans it up, finishes it out. That's 3-1 currently for Na'Vi. But now the investment comes through for Cole.
Na'Vi looking naughty right now. Good holds, and Cole, bit of a broken buy this one. SMGs and 3 AKs. Screams a quick B, but we'll see if they want to throw caution to the wind that early on. Util coming out over mid from spawn side. Na'Vi don't have the AWP yet. Cole R4 in the apartments right now. Molly to the connector does keep Simple out, or at least should, but he still fights behind it, somehow safe inside of the fire. B executes smokes down into the site. Flamey and Perfecto here to hold. Perfecto right at the car. Are they going to check it? Rush jumps right out. Molly does land on Perfecto. He doesn't have a smoke for it. He's burning to a crisp, only taking down one, and Config with a double opener off of the UMP of all weapons. Find the B picks. Electronic's going to get rushed into the market. Config has grabbed an AK, but Boomich has his teammate covered. And Simple on the flank again. Expected, but not dealt with. And stalling out this fight to Poison leaves JKS alone in B, and he can only get one. Na'Vi with a very fast retake and another round locked in.
Yeah, for Config, he pushes market, thinks he's got a drop, and unbeknownst to him, he doesn't. That could have been the difference maker in this round, but it wasn't. Now Na'Vi putting up that 4th on the back of the defuse. Here are those fan cams. Now, we got the Karate Kid on the left. Well, maybe more like the Karate Kid meets, I don't even know what that video is called, where they're like dancing and they're like throwing their arms around. What kind of dance is that? You know what I'm talking about?
No, dude.
Okay.
I'm throwing down, man. I don't know. Oh, Config, though. He's about to throw his arms around, man. Look at him go. Boomich completely blindsided. Config, oh, maybe another. Poison going to beat him to it. But this A site belongs to Cole. Config's just been unleashed, man. Every single time it's him putting up these kills to get Cole into the sites. But now he's got to also be the man to see them through it. Simple and Perfecto, both CT side. Simple just waited for a peek to get given over. There it is. Poison on the receiving end. So damn fast. He goes up, he goes over. Is he going to check the bench? That's where Config hides right now. Smoke on the bomb. Perfecto going to flash himself in. Config with a response, and Simple falling as well. Config with a hell of a round. Complexity putting their 2nd on the board, and Config is not messing around anymore. It seems to be a trend now that after that 9 and 21 performance back on Nuke, he's insistent on besting that scoreline within the first like 6 rounds of play on every single map since.
Yo, the dude's nuts.
It does make you think, like, could this game have felt different if Config didn't have that ultra-quiet performance, especially considering he plays main, right, on Nuke, which is one of the most important positions on the map to hold on to.
It's like a pivot position, right?
Yeah, it just decides so much, right? It's like outside control, A control, vent control to B. And it's all from one angle, and he was just getting annihilated there. Rush now charging down this B site, and this duo, this like opener duo of Russian config is looking so deadly. That's who we needed to be stepping up, and they are now finding their footing in a big way. Cole moving on to 3 with only 2 players left to beat in this round. Haven't quite equalized out the scoreline yet, and they will be up against the bite in the coming round. Simple. Likely going to be donning that AWP again as well.
This round is donezo. Complexity with a 3rd. I just see one more XD. I might explode, Harry. I think that's what actually killed the hiccups. All the XDs in chat.
I know, man. I told you to try and hiccup, and you didn't hiccup since.
Well, I did the flip, and it's fine.
Oh, it was the flip
Yeah,
that did
backflip.
it.
Yeah.
Call that a back handspring, guys. Come on. Respect.
Nice clean anti-eco for Cole. Those are feel-good rounds. Not losing anyone to the pistols. Obviously, simple with money. Gonna drop the AWP over. Flamey gifted the gun. Interesting start. Gonna be taking that on short side and to great use, finding config first. Taking that spawn peek. Simple is nearby him. They can trade back out if they want. They opted against it. 3 towards B for Na'Vi. Simple spams a mag into the halls and then gives Flamey the M4. Look, there you go. 30 bullets down, though.
The cyber goth party. Cyber goth dance party. That's what I was saying. Now, did have to do some investigating there, and of course, there's an ad, so I can't really show it to you right away, but we will get there eventually.
Cole, they've eventually gotten into middle. Na'Vi have moved from a 3B to 3A, and that's the right call right now with JKS in the Palace, the rest of them coming con side. Poison posted with the AWP. Simple has his in the spawn. Kit on Boomage on the balk. Not the best position for it if he dies there. That's JKS's plan, at least. Na'Vi aren't giving away any picks there. Welcoming Cole into the site. Electronic swings for 1, and he only gets a dink. Bomb is in. Simple with a shot. Looking for more. Oh, Poison with a flick back to short. Saves his own life and the package with low time. Simple's been tagged, and they're in the site, but Flamey's providing a bit of cover. Cole needs the plant.
Oh, they're trying to deny it, but
Wow.
The nade from JKS, the wombo combo into CT puts 4 on the board for Cole. And that's that was a much needed round, right? If that goes back in favor of Na'Vi, suddenly they can be the ones in the driver's seat because their money was on the edge and now it's broken again. This is going to hopefully allow Cole to slingshot themselves up into the lead as long as nothing goes horribly wrong up against the pistols from Na'Vi.
Now, watch the Karate Kid on the left. Something spectacular
Oh, headset gone.
Headset gone. Is the defeat there? Did he break his headset? We need to know.
He might never hear your question, Trace.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's actually a very good point. Did he break it? Can we get him a new one? These are all questions, right?
Shout out one time for the Cybergoth dance party with 14 million views.
You cool?
Cool as a cucumber, man.
Lame. Right up the catwalk. Just creeping into the ladder. No one the wiser. No knowledge for Na'Vi. He's made the call there. Setting up already. Some rotates leaving. Na'Vi are B stack though, so A would be the right order of the day. However, that's not the plan. And Boomage confirmed that all of this utility is just a facade. It's just a fake as Blame walks up catwalk. Perfecto is patient.
They go into the right site, and now they've changed their mind. Perfecto, another. This guy's just the king of these ecos. Poison and JKS left in a 2-on-4, and that's kind of gut-wrenching, right? They had the right read, they were about to go A, and then Blame F's like, guys, I'm so far up in through cat, I'm in the ladder room, let's go for a B split with this fake util. And in doing so, they walk into the stacked B site away from the safety that A represented. They never even discovered Boomich. They think, I'm pretty sure that it's a full B stack at this point in time. So there's Boomich arriving, Poison trying to deal with him, and he can't. Na'Vi, they steal that round away. It's a full eco with a couple of upgraded pistols here and there, and they find a fifth.
Man, that went horribly wrong for Cole. Even in the late round, when you think you're safe, you're not.
These stacks are just so common on these ecos. Cole thinking they can fake out A, and actually they did a good job of drawing the fourth player out of B. I think it was Simple by throwing the nades, but so quickly, because Boomich is sitting on ramp, he goes, well, no one's out in A, it's just grenades. Watch your B site. And so that's the info that really does everything for Na'Vi. Keeps them in the right place at the right time. Are they there again? Because Cole is setting up once more in the apartments. 2 coming in from lower with the bomb. 3 on A for Na'Vi. The AWP sat on triple, watching Con. Na'Vi absolutely fine with giving away the mid control in many of these rounds, while they'll sometimes play for the pick if the AWP has to spawn. If not, they just give it up. They let Cole take all the room.
Big run boost there. Poison doesn't have any targets just yet.
Oh, great flash. And actually Poison yoinks that kill away somehow. Perfecto's holding on to B. He's seen so many players that are getting close. They're wrapping his right side. JKS is deep. Electronic has to clear this because Poison... Oh, so Perfecto has made the call, rather. Electronic does get that one under wraps and swings out very wide, finding his second before the AWP trades. Poison putting up a bit of a fight here inside of B, but the bomb's been lost with 20 seconds. He's got to cross right past Simple, and that's just not easy, is it? AWP fights back, and Na'Vi find a 6th. Another strong B hold from them.
And Cole really loved these B plays for a site that hasn't really given them much back in return. Struggling at surviving that journey in through apps, and even when they have, right, they've been held back time and time again. And that round's no different. JKS has just kind of hung out to dry in the site all alone, while the others try to get in. Back to an A play now for Complexity, all 5 at ramp. And hell, man, if history were to repeat itself, they would win this round on A and then go back to B in the next, only to have it snatched away from them. Let's see, though. You got to get past Simple, and that's easier. I was going to say said than done, but maybe not for Config, who looks so at home entering into this A site. The bomb's down on triple, planted for Ramp and Con. Blame's going to take that ramp position, look to hold on to it. Electronic smokes it off for the retake, and that there at least whittles one of these players out of the equation. Blame goes through the smoke, though, so he can still give assistance here in holding down at this site. Both players that were jungle electing to try and wrap CT, and Poison gets that information at least, sees Flamey on the catwalk as well, and is primed and ready to go to deal with him on the com play. Now they try to take jungle. They can watch the bomb from here. For Na'Vi, there's just no time left in the round. They're trying to get away. Poison doesn't want to let them save. Perfecto dead to the bomb. And Cole find 5 with an A play. They go B now, and they lose the pistols. I swear. I don't know what I'll do, but it'll be something.
Watch out now. Watch out, big fella. Okay. Come on down to the fan cams. IEM.gg/fancam. All terms and conditions apply.
AWP with 4 pistols. What is this, Furia? Simple's furious.
He's about to get even madder.
Ferocious as well. Blames up on the short side. The chair, rather. Goodbye. Not a retrievable weapon for Na'Vi, but a start to something. And Cole going, wait, I thought they were eco. And now they've spotted a USP back at CT. That's going to tempt them into this A site. Bomb is coming back in through spawn. Simple has the cross. But aware of a window boost, doesn't want to get stabbed in the back. Config is out and about, but he is going to get traded by JKS, at least as Electronic hunts him down. That's still good for Na'Vi. 4 on 3. JKS flash. It doesn't work on Simple. Just too short. Player coming up close. Simple needs a flick, but he's... Oh, Flamey just swings and saves his life, dropping the ball. And Flamey does it all.
That was nuts.
Simple's there, like, playing the whole round out, and Flamey's like, no, I take it, and then just runs in. One bullets everyone in the server. All right, Flamey, calm down, lad. It's another round for Na'Vi up on the board. Pistols doing it again. And the AWP on Simple never even needed when you've got Flamey laying it down like this.
Had enough. Na'Vi love an eco. It's free real estate. They just love it when the gloves are off, you know, when they don't have to care.
When no one's expecting anything.
I'm just going to hold W.
Boomich is trying to say, right, guys, and everyone's like, no, Boomich, no. And then they just do whatever they want. And it's nice and easy.
Don't call on eco, guys. I got this. Oh. That is filth for Flamey. You love to see it. He has had a great game today.
Hilariously, that would have been the best round yet for Cole to go B.
Don't do it to him, Harry. And now, well, now they gotta go B. Now they got nothing. Jump spot. I love it when you have this jump spot and Perfecto's in the cubby. They'll never check this. Why would they? If they see Flamey jumping, they think he's Perfecto. They think he's the apps player. Boom, there's the info. Flamey can drop a Molotov if he wants. Perfecto, this is free real estate, and no one checks it. He gets away with 2. Blame digs him down, and Rush does the dirty to Flamey. 3 on 3. Cole have made something of this round after all.
Oh, Molly's going to hold back Electronic as well. And this is where the whole team are. They are all short side. Simple gets boosted up. What can he see from his tower? Nothing yet. Blame F tucked in at the short corner. Contact made by Rush, but he doesn't stay alive long. Blame's gone. JKS in a 1v1, but it's Simple on the other side. JKS with even more damage. Simple, 1 HP, taps the bomb, but he's not on it. Trying to bait the peek from JKS, and there it is. Quick reaction on the Deeg to salvage that eco round for Cole. 6 on the board, and once again, this is one of these games where there's just no ebbs and flows, man. It's like anyone can win. Individuals are stepping up with whatever they've got. Pistols, full buys, don't matter. Cole with the B play, and they finally make it work in spite of that nice little bait and switch app setup that Na'Vi had running. And I do think, you know, hamstrung by the fact that they're relying on a triple cat retake, right? Makes it a little bit easier, especially for guys like JKS, not having to get paranoid about, you know, a player swinging from market to deal with him. And open this round, Simple's gone right away. This force for Na'Vi has not gone off to the best of starts.
Big blame. That's a lovely opener. Simple just removed, and now Cole just grouping for an A attack. Perfect round for it. 5 on 4, all grouped together. Nade in ramp. Maybe he's going to go with it, but yeah, it's not too great. Config is ready for it. If that was a flash, could have been a whole different kettle of fish.
Ugh.
Right now something stinks, and it's not just the kitchenware, it's also this A site. Cole are all over it. Smokes to cut out Na'Vi, who are trapped in spawn. Electronic above it, does find a bit of damage. Perfecto finishes one with a deagle, but he gets hounded down by Config. Needs a reload. Flamey not again. Don't give him an AK on these ecos. It's just Electronic. He could save as we're going into the last round of the half, but he's looking interested, looking to give it a go. He has a kit. Are any kills going to present themselves? Blame is the only man out and about, and Electronic has that kill. Poison backs up to play the bomb. Very open plant. Electronic trying to meander, trying to find one-on-ones. JKS swings, and that's a nice kill from Electronic, but he needs the third, and Poison won't give it away. Cole, finding 7, gets very close. NT for Electronic, but it's still a broke buy for round 15 on Na'Vi.
7-7. Split right in half. Good idea there on Electronic. It just wasn't there. Wasn't meant to be against that AWP at the end of the round. Poison taking his AWP up catwalk. He's done it at a Fury's pace as well. He's trying to get a glimpse into the connector. And the weapons in this last round are not looking stellar there for Navi. In fact, no kits.
Another one of these A plays on the cards with Con now taken. Electronic hiding in this smoke. MP9 looking to be a nuisance. Oh, but the nade gives up the aim of the game, and Electronic is already removed. Boomich inside of the site, armed with only a CZ, dealt with by Config. And A is now overran. Simples, Deagle, not able to find anything from jungle. There is Flamey though again, and now onto an AWP. Now, not normally an AWPer, but Flamey, he's been full of surprises today. What can he bring to the table here? Come on, Flamer, let's see him bring the heat. Oh, fully flashed, however. Config with the double, and one hell of a response. He's on for the ace to round out the half for Complexity. Perfecto all alone. Give it to him. Feed the beast. Config, come on, buddy. There it is. Oh, one bullet to get it done. Complexity 8-7 at the end of the first half. They narrowly win it out. An ace from Config to add a bit of spice into play. Second half about to come up after a quick break. So stick around because you don't want to miss it.
And we are almost off into the second half of play. It was a pretty even scoreline all the way through that first one. Navi now going to get the chance to do what they can on their T side. Welcome back over to the Intel Extreme Masters Beijing 2020 Online. Harry, Hugo, and myself. My name is Trace, and I love having each and every single individual one of you, except you.
Oh, damn it. But we love having Navi here, giving us quite the show. Cole leading by 1, and now having to hold on to the A site. It's a fast play for Navi. Nice shot for Perfecto, running out the ramp side. JKS spawn with the kit. Gonna have to be a retake for Cole, but they're already a man down, desperately looking for a trade. Top con smoke gives a lot of room for Navi to take the window as well. JKS moving in. And here come Cole.
Simple planted against the wall of Palace. He's not going to be the last one. Electronic with a trade, but Poison's able to take out Flamey. And it just started to look pretty good, and the defuse should come through. It should follow just that. Perfecto, not enough bullets. And that's going to be a defuse for Cole. COL. 9-7.
Yeah, great round for JKS, right? Gives it up, takes Simple down as the first man on the retake, and then sticks the bomb in the smoke. Nice and easy for him. Cole with a pistol round under their wing as well can start flying. Navi are going to force up, though. They want to put a stop to this economy early. Really not a great force, though. Mac 10 Galil, AK 2Ds. And back to A indeed.
And Navi trying their luck over here at A again. A little bit of a set piece. Smokes Bloom. Poison tries to flash over stairs. Flame F playing close. He's going to falter, and he's going to fall. Boomich tearing him apart with a Mac 10. That'll prompt a bomb plant. Not really a whole lot for Cole to do right here.
You don't want to save here, but it honestly is the best call. They at least wanted to give it a look in, but Navi weren't giving away much in the post plant. In fact, Electronic, he's flanking for the bomb, but it's not even open, so he's going to be able to get exits here instead. He might even hear them in B. Yeah, with the bomb reverse triple, it's not a worry. AKs and M4s saved here for Na'Vi. And still exits to be found for Electronic if he is hungry, but no one's really running the gun. And that'll be Na'Vi up to 8, fighting back onto Cole, who will likely just continue the force buy wars, saving around these 3 guns. Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Just a reminder, coming up, Chaos Liquid after this. You'll have just enough time for a popcorn break before we go live again.
Oh, look at this. The gears of war barely started turning, and already there's no brakes on the Cole train. They rush top mid. Config opening the round up there with the kill onto Electronic. And now looking for a little bit more as well. The Molotov not deep enough to actually reach JKS under the palace, and Config's down here as well. They're huddled around that fire like it's for warmth, and they actually take the aggression. Flamey is holding. You don't want to peek Flamey with the game he's having right now, and he does deal with pesky Config. JKS next on the firing line. East site completely empty right now for Complexity. A good idea that this is looking to end up inside of A.
Cole have everyone here. Blame is going to be very quick to rotate from middle. Flamey caught with Nate out to the bomb. JKS is traded, but now Poison swinging out from the triple, joined by Rush, who baits them in for Poison to do the damage with 3. Nice hold on the A site. Cole are very ready for Na'Vi to commit into that stack. And as much as B was a problem for Cole in that first half, Na'Vi avoiding it as much as they can, walking into the stack of the CTs. Lovely little transfer there by Poison too. And double digits found for Cole. Na'Vi keep it going. Na'Vi don't want to give up now, and the AKs are back in. Who will win these wars? Flamey has something to say, finding Rush early on, pushing the Palace with the SMG dead. Na'Vi go heavy into middle. Poison is trapped here in essence, flashed off. But we'll be able to give it up with a smoke on the catwalk as well. The aggression into the Palace is going to get info for Cole that Na'Vi aren't taking this A site, but Flamey is rerouted to the ramp and they can still split. Will Cole get this big flank off in time? Blame is going for it. Flamey is so low, but they're also coming in from spawn with the bomb. Oh dear. What's the audio made? Flamey runs to A and then walks right back. Simple's very ready for a Palace push.
Are we going to talk about how progressively over time we've lost more and more people's
fist fights, it's hand-to-hand combat. You're throwing bullets. Oh, Simple's so ready for that.
Right? It's like the annual Ghost League. Here it is, right? Bunch of ghouls in the server. Levitating in. Poison, one of the only humans left standing. A Ghostbuster. Ready and waiting. JKS in with another. Flamey down and out of the round. There's a bit more of a response. JKS just continuing to put up numbers. Finally bested by Boomich. And oh, they've laid down their weapons, but Electronic in the back line there. Ready and waiting. Puts 9 on the board for Na'Vi. Counter-Strike, Ghost offensive now.
It is weird, but it's also weird when you think about it, how, like, you know, when your view is coming from your head model, your bullets are also being shot out of your eyes in this game, right?
Yes.
In the way that if you're fighting a headshot angle, you can both shoot, but your guns aren't, you know, you're not playing paintball and holding your gun over the wall while you're not peeking, you know?
So it's like that Austin Powers scene, but with their eyeballs instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one way of putting it.
Just kind of looking at it, and I figured Austin Powers, something you guys probably grew up looking up to him, considering, you know, secret agent and stuff.
Oh.
Flame F. Nice shot on the Perfecto, but he's going to get planted. Electronic is going to be doing that deed. Meanwhile, an A ramp push here. And with Flamey and Palace, he's still got some room to work with, albeit he has been cut off. Poison falls to Simple's AK in the meantime, and Rush is left to his devices over there towards the B halls.
So weird. Again, this big flank has come through, but they've just avoided Flamey on the other side this time. Still going to be a big B flank. Unless these players drop lower and use Flamey to split that A site. Always an option here. Conflict's taking mid.
Oh, man.
JKS follow him. That's a nice kill, but now the jig is up. Now Na'Vi know enemies behind, or at least enemy behind. Flamey goes back to fight Config, and he does win that battle from the Palace. Now, B doesn't need to be committed by Na'Vi. They can try and get this bomb to their teammate, but JKS is in between them both, looking to put up a fight. Bomb on its own and making noise while it's there. JKS is free for him, and he takes the kill with the package at 30 seconds. More than enough time for Na'Vi to grab it back, but they need to go now. JKS has reaggressed, and he's going to catch Electronic in the apartments too. It's all on Flamey. Bomb is available, but he needs to pick a site and go right here, right now. JKS isn't giving the kill. Making noise, but hanging around. 18 seconds, baiting Flamey in, who now has to run for the hills.
Yeah, even if there is a fight here for Flamey, it's going to buy a lot of time for Cole to potentially not even have to worry about anything. And that's exactly what happens. No room for error there. Flamey falls, complexity go up to 11. And my prediction's still looking okay. Flamey, you okay? You got hiccups too, man? All right, then. Holla, Dan.
Running out of money at this point in time is a little bit upsetting. And so Na'Vi, they just decide, well, what about if we didn't run out of money? What about if we just buy anyway? They give Simple an AK. They invest whatever they can. Problem is, right, you know, this is all well and good. Like, yeah, you've put money into this round. If it doesn't find anything, you go 9-12 down. You're ecoing. Then you likely go 13-9 down before you even get to come in with a buy. So, you know, you look like a genius if you win these rounds. Like, it all looks so well and good. But if you don't, that's where the burn really gets applied by Cole. Complexity now going to nade lower. Simple. The one rifle brought down to 50 HP on the back of that nade. Smoke down in connector as well. Blame very, very low on the other side. RV with this creeping default in through mid. They've got the control. They send the bomb in through the apartments to rejoin up with Electronic. Russian Poison. They haven't really had to see all too much in the last few. What are they going to be able to bring to the occasion? Rush gets up on top of the dresser, but decides that holding this close angle might not be in his favor. Pulls on out of there. 20 seconds as Na'Vi try to make the B play happen. Preemptive rotate in from Blame F as he starts to move around through CT, but he's low, so Rush has to get something done, and he doesn't. This B site falls into Na'Vi hands, and that's a save for Complexity. That force buy works wonders for Na'Vi.
Effecto's Deagle is so good. He's had so many moments in this series, even on this map, winning rounds off of that Deagle alone. One on the B-bomb site, holding it down. One in the Palace as well, picking up Na'Vi and Eco in the first half. And right there, the entry into B, Rush gets overwhelmed as well, and Na'Vi just chase him down. 5 alive for Na'Vi on an Eco round with guns saved. It's got to feel good.
Feels good, man.
Yeah, this is still the force buy wars from the pistol. Keep in mind, it still hasn't stopped. We haven't had full gun rounds. We haven't had orbs yet because no one has won back-to-back rounds in this second half. And we're pretty deep in. This is a long force buy war. This is 6 rounds. So, hey, let's see if it continues. Cole, like on the CT side, you're almost always just basically forcing when you're in this position. There's no reason to eco with 1,400 loss. And so Cole aren't going to give it up, especially not with a lead still in their pocket, only just looking to hold on to it. If Na'Vi finally break back and win 2, not only are they equal in the score, but they have Cole on a double eco, so good spot to be in. Na'Vi could certainly take this map away off of that alone, off of this round. So is it going to be that simple? JKS pushed up on the ramp. Deep Smoke came over the top. Lamef pushed Palace. It's all this has been, just aggression in Palace and ramp for Cole, finding so many flanks and opening kills. That's Perfecto dead in the water. Na'Vi still with 3 here. Na'Vi just take things so low and so slow, knowing how much aggression has been dealt their way. No one wanting to give away picks. Boomich taking his time with spotting B. Only just got here at the minute mark. And Na'Vi regroup back in the palace, gaining lost ground. JKS watching from Balk. And even moving out. I like that call. They know how important this round is. They have the kit. They're going to give it up and try and play a little more passive towards retake. Blame's gone back to spawn. Config got flashed for a mid peek. He's seen it's clear and is now watching that A site with his teammate. Boomich is selling a B fake, and that is going to draw a 3rd player over, leaving JKS as the hero of this round, holding on from under Balk.
Boomich has run all the way back. I'm surprised that we haven't seen an earlier rotation in towards A. Now it becomes painfully clear where Na'Vi are looking to end up. But this push has taken a long old while to come through since that fake. JKS still a threat underneath Palace, but Simple through the floor just rids him from the round. Tag now and Config with the spray. 12 on the board for Complexity. They stumble back to their feet. That late A play from Na'Vi, just a tiny bit disjointed, right? There was a timing where there were 2 players in that A bomb site, and then they allow enough time for the rotations to come back in.
Yeah, it's not just that, but it's crucial that even though JKS only gets 1 kill, Na'Vi never checked it. That's because they mollied it, and it still left him with room to move. The molly wasn't perfect. He sat underneath it.
They've thrown that same Molotov that's given him enough room 3 times now in these A plays, right? And that's like a reoccurring theme. That Molotov is a little too deep, and it leaves that back corner available to JKS. And every time it's led to them discounting his position under Palace.
Yeah, and then, you know, you've got your ace in the hole. It's Config. He's floating around the connector. He stays there. Just stays planted. Doesn't really have to show face until the rest of the A defense falls. And even though it really doesn't, he's able to pivot and get the last 2 kills. 12 up for Cole.
Yeah, it's another force buy, right? Because at this point in time, this game has just been forces all the way through, and with no like rhyme or reason as to who picks them up. Na'Vi almost look better in the force buy rounds than they do in the fall buys, because they just seem a little less careful in the sense that, you know, they're more prepared to like run you down and not leave it to these final 15-second pushes where like all are normally ready and raring to go.
Crazy, the Poison's actually got the AWP as well. Like, no one's won back-to-back rounds in this half. And this could finally be the start of something for Cole. This could finally be them breaking the mold. Man advantage with a really good buy. All rifles. Config's back up on Cat. He gets spotted, and re-peeking is his demise. Simple as there. Not messing around. Lane rotates B. Poison with the AWP and CT. Na'Vi grouping towards this B split. They have short currently. Only 1 man here, Rush. He's had trouble holding on to this B bomb site in rounds gone by. He's going to need to do something heroic.
Now more than ever, there's the first down. There's so many more where that came from, and the flash from Flamey is perfect. Blame not able to stop them, and JKS is on such a long flank all the way through T-spawn. That puts a lot of pressure on his teammates who find themselves in the market. Poison doesn't have armor either. The kit is on Blame F, and that's in the market right now. So still time for this to come through. A lot of it hinging on this immediate engagement between Boomich and Blame F, and Blame F wins it out. That's going to now give Complexity the edge. Looking to move in. The wrap through the apartments coming on through, but it's got to pick up the pace a bit here. Flamey holding from bench. There's Simple gone, and JKS with the double. Someone has to grab the kit.
Where is it?
Someone needs to get the kit. They were right next to Poison. JKS goes in and gets it like, well, what can you do? That's a bit of an error there, man. Like, Poison was next to it, but I guess just not commed clear enough where it was. He runs back towards Market and then just decides, well, there's no time.
That's so sad. That was Cole's round to win. They get out with all the kills on the retake. They just take so long to wait for that flank of JKS. And even though he pops out with 2, it's just not enough, and it's too late. Flame's already dead at the bench to Flamey. And that's a Na'Vi round, keeping it up. Force after force after force after force. And why would you stop now? If you're Cole, you save the guns. You're going to buy around it. You got armor on Poison's AWP, but it's not feeling like he's saving grace right now. He needs to do something huge. Na'Vi are going for A smokes as well. This is a great round to do it. There's no util to stop them. There are 2 of the 3 guns on this site, though, and that is a big danger. Poison's even coming in con with that orb. Everyone is here for Cole, and JKS is flashed for a peek. Him and Blame combined for 2. Cole flipping it on his head again, and JKS is dead in the water. 2 on 3. Na'Vi not done yet. Boomich is very deep, but Poison has a gap. Missed shot as Boomich chases down his teammate in the spawn, but the flash renders him useless and leaves Electronic in the clutch if there was any man for the job.
Oh, he's going to get that bomb down. Config and Poison to go against. Not an easy 1v2 by any stretch of the imagination. And Poison there with the immediate peak, head in view, and Complexity. 13 rounds. They immediately bite back. Plenty of time for the defuse this time around. Man, this has just been trading rounds back and forth.
All are fine with this. If they're just going to trade to a win, they're up by 2, keep in mind. If they're just going to keep trading for the win, they'll take it. Like, yeah, sure, man. We'll swap
so
rounds
weird,
till we win.
Man. It's still Force by Wars. Like, this makes no sense.
We haven't had a full rifle round on both teams. At least what would actually be classed as like everyone having the money and everyone having AKs and M4s with orbs. Not happened yet.
Yeah, and it's still not going to happen for Na'Vi.
No.
Pistols.
Oh, they've finally given up. They finally said, yep, now's the time. Not they, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, now is a time, right? But maybe not the time. Like, this is unreal.
They haven't got lost. Oh God, it's not done. It's just not done.
No. Surely not. Surely it doesn't keep going, right? This is an actual eco from Na'Vi. This isn't a force anymore. The Perfectos open it up. Poison rotating in, but they're already a little bit deeper than perhaps he's ready for. Config down and out for the count. And surely it doesn't happen again. Flamey's hurt on this late lurk in through A. It's all gotten a bit chaotic. This bomb denied for now. Simple arriving late into the bomb site. Oh my, this was meant to be Na'Vi conceding the Force by Wars.
Should be. It still should be.
In theory.
In theory.
Let's see how this one pans out. Simple has picked himself up in M4 on 24 HP. He's going to sit real tight on top of this bomb. Might even hatch it. Blame F.
Nice.
Does it all, though.
Oh, okay, it's over. Right, GG, go next. No, of course not. But Complexity finally win 2 rounds in a row. It's never been done before in this second half. No one has gotten there. Na'Vi, with 2,400 a player, finally conceded it. Finally said, okay, this buy isn't enough. We didn't do enough damage. We didn't save any guns. And I actually respect the eco in this round for Na'Vi, even though they don't win it. Like, that's the right call. They realized as well, okay, if we keep trading rounds, we're going to lose this map without playing a single T rifle round. And now here it comes, the first full buy of this T side for Na'Vi.
This is wild. We are 11 rounds into the second half, and finally we have a rifle on rifle round. 11 rounds in. Oh, and a miss molly from Electronic. Not the start you wanted. There's a gap in this smoke for Poison. Config playing close to the con smoke, just about lives to tell the story.
Yeah, that was a little too close for comfort for Config. He gets away with 24. And with an AWP in his hands.
Double orb, yeah.
Poison looking for the jump up. We'll also keep an eye on Catwalk. Now, mid is in control of Na'Vi. Or rather, I should say, Na'Vi is in control of mid.
I've just not really seen much mid control on this T side with no rifles. Or not an orb.
You can tell Na'Vi just walking on eggshells. They don't want to concede that 15th, and Rush is going to start Complexity off in that direction. Poison have an AWP looking onward to the connector. He's smoked off, and meanwhile, Na'Vi have grouped up in the B halls. And Fig may get to use this AWP after all. Nope, just kidding. Boomich, he's on the case. He storms up Catwalk, finds 2, opens the door to the B site, and that's going to be a save call for Cole.
No, this is the downside to these Force by Wars. Like, it's even though Cole had the lead, which is why Na'Vi, as Hugo pointed out, couldn't keep doing that. The one thing that this always comes back to is when you are trading rounds back and forth like that, especially for 10 rounds straight, is it means the CTs are never going to have built up enough money to sustain a loss. And, you know, with that one victory that they get when they finally chain rounds back to back, they only have, what, like 2 players surviving? That means that they need to save here if they want to keep the purchases forces rolling in and not just fall down, having to eco, having to give over another freebie. This is going to give Na'Vi a path to 12. There's a bye where Na'Vi, if they win that and they get to 13, finally Complexity are just going to have to take an eco, right? And at which point, this is game on again. That can be how Na'Vi tie this up. They are in a very good spot right now, are Na'Vi. However, they are up against 14, and that's the scary thing, right? If they win this, Na'Vi should be back in this game, and in a very big way, tying us up at 14 all.
Yeah.
But if they don't, they potentially fall from the highest of heights to the lowest of lows, and that would likely see this matchup slipping away from them.
Now, this is not a safe scoreline for Complexity by any means of the word. This is on a knife's edge, and Na'Vi are nipping at the heels. Missed Molotovs now for both teams in these last couple of rounds. Cracks are beginning to show. Config is still top of the board. He's been storming through this series ever since Nuke. Electronic is back as well. He's the top performer for Na'Vi, which is certainly what you like. Big double entry for Boomich into that B-bomb site last round. Man down were Na'Vi, they still got it done. Ladder for Blame, Config in window. The AWP alone on the B-bomb site. A risk worth taking for Complexity. Na'Vi back to middle with the smokes to cut off any information for Cole. They don't know numbers. And they don't know where this one's ending up. Window and top con smoke leaves Blame up for the taking. That's the Freiburg smoke. Electronic throwing it in towards a jungle. Lets him get into this A site, but re-smoked at con is a bit of a problem. JKS cycles one as well on the Palace, and Cole just trying to stall this one out. They jump up, they don't know about Blame, and he's seen the feet. He finds Electronic in through the wall. Config watching this smoke, swapping sides as well. Simple hit, down to 30. Do they want to commit? Perfecto is deep in B. If he finds a pick right now on the solo B player, that could be massive, but Blame has come off of Cat to join him in the site, getting caught as he posts up. Poison now alone. 20 seconds as Na'Vi divert back into B, and they got the pick. It's all on Poison. He's got to do it all. Rush has dropped the bomb at 20 seconds. Poison holds his own in the B-bomb site, and Simple misses his shot. It might just be done for Na'Vi. 15 rounds, looking likely, as Flamey is a long way from home.
Yeah, there's no way back into that one, especially after that bomb falls. It just starts to all fall apart. Complexity on 15. Na'Vi looking onward.
My, oh my, what a game we've been gifted today. This is, it's all down to this. It's all down to a couple of $1,000s in the wallets of Na'Vi.
Yeah, man, this is heartbreaking for Na'Vi as well. They had Cole right where they wanted them, right where they needed them. And a victory in that round there could have closed the gap up entirely. But it slips away. Yeah. And Rush, such a key player there, right? Dropping the bomb at short, forcing Na'Vi into a very rough spot. Suddenly, what happens in that B site doesn't matter. They rotate into mid to get a beat on that bomb. They deal with Simple. And as mentioned, Flamey was just too far away to even play into the round.
Yeah, it feels bad, man, for Perfecto as well. He's had a great game, and he finds that crucial B pick. Na'Vi can't get into A. They lose progress there. They get smoked off at the 30-second mark, and they just desperately go, Perfecto, we need you. You need to open B. He does. He kills Blame. He stalls Poison. But as said, Rush, bottom of the board, highest impact kill, dropping the bomb, winning Calder round, and 15-12. It's all come down to this.
All or nothing for Na'Vi. Complexity, a slow start on Nuke, but they've built up and up throughout. And now stood on the finish line. They've just got to cross it. What's in the tank for Na'Vi? They send Perfecto on this B lurk again. Utility flowing in from Boomich. Config up close. Perfecto gonna try and get in, but goes down. And now the remaining three out through Palace into JKS, who is good for one, helped out by Poison. And Cole looking to walk this one over the finish line. It's Simple and Boomich still to beat, still left standing. Now all onto one man. It is Simple, and as good as he's looked, as good as he's been, the moments he's given us, this one might be one step too far. Tag down low, and the nade should finish it. He just dodges death, but only for a moment. 3 HP. He's got 1 point of health for every opponent he has to find, and he's just hiding right now. It's not every day that you see Simple backed into a corner like this, having to just hide away and hope that it's Complexity to make the mistake. They're not going to, because why would they? And he's dead on the first peak. Surely there's a man at stairs. That's Blame F just being patient. Wasn't there when Simple first checked. The moment contact's made, there it is, complexity. They take this series. They head through to the playoffs. Na'Vi, they've got to keep on.